Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Teens Biz Talk podcast. Woo! We are excited to be here with you today. We have a guest that is going to be sharing some things with us, sharing her insights on what's coming next, kind of how things are moving in the world of wait. I'm getting too far ahead. I'm getting too far ahead. I don't want to give it all away. What I do want to say first, though, is if you're listening on any of our podcast platforms, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe so that you do not miss an episode. And if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, hello. Thank you for tuning in. I ask that you please go ahead, like, and subscribe. Again, you don't want to miss not one episode. Okay. Today's episode is being sponsored by Bateman Empowering Educators. At Bateman Empowering Educators, we take away the trial and error method of your teenager learning about money and entrepreneurship and replace it with a practical blueprint to equip them to create a five-star financial future. So make sure you click down below for Bateman Empowering Educators to see all that is available. Okay, so now we're going to dive right into this today. We have with us Corey Gabello, who is the owner of Castle Books. Hello, Corey. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Thank you again for taking time out of what I know is or what I'm pretty sure is a very busy schedule to
Yes.
talk to us in our community today. We are very grateful. So, if you wouldn't mind, just tell us a little something about yourself.
So, as you said, my name is Corey. I'm the owner of Castle Books. I created this business when I was 14 or 13, so about 3 years ago. Um, I definitely have some advice we get into later, but anyone out there who's thinking of pursuing a business or if you just have a dream, just go for it.
Wow, great advice already right up front. Thank you for that. So, what led you to even wanting to start your own business versus, just maybe trying to find a part-time job or something at 13, 14?
So I've always been a very creative person. I love to just pursue talents and little things I find along the way. And I was introduced to my love of books when I was about 12 through Book Talk, of all places, which, if you weren't familiar with that, it's a side of TikTok that specializes in like books, and people on there go and talk about their favorite books and stuff like that. And I really got into the book community. And then after a while, I kind of combined my love of arts and creativity with the book industry. And I started creating my own platform, and that turned into a business with a bunch of products that I get to share with people who share the same interests as me.
Okay, great. All right, shout out to Book Talk. That is great to hear. So, in light of that, you being able to actually find a community that you resonated with, what were some things there maybe that even helped to enhance the level of creativity that you already had? And I just ask this because sometimes other adults and parents are like, oh, there's nothing good going on social media. You spend too much time on there. But it sounds like this was actually an avenue that helped you to identify a love that you had of something and act on it.
Yeah, so definitely finding a community that kind of supported me and helped me out was very beneficial for the whole building a business process. I had people on mainly Instagram that would like comment on all of my posts saying what a good job I was doing, and they would follow me through my journey of growing as a business. And it definitely helped me and motivated me from growing from such a small thing to such a big thing and bringing people along the way.
Mm, great. So now when we think about books, I myself love books. Love them, love them, love them. And I am a bit of a kind of old fashioned, I guess. Like I like the actual book where you can open it and turn the pages. But a lot just has been going on in the world of books, right? And publishing and just the way people are consuming information. So, just in your years of experience of having your own business and being a part of a book community, kind of where do you see just that whole industry moving towards?
I definitely see a lot more people using ebooks rather than physical copies.
Mhm.
But personally, I prefer physical copies because I like to like annotate and just really experience the book itself, like the different texture of the pages and the smell of new books, which is something the book community can definitely back me up on. But it's just the feeling of having the physical book with you is a different experience than having it like on your phone or on a tablet. Both tell the same story, but it's definitely a personal choice as to which you pick. And the book industry, it definitely, I think people thought it was struggling a few years ago due
Mhm.
to like COVID and everything when people wouldn't really leave their homes and they would go on ebooks and paper copies stopped being bought. And then we saw a turnout like maybe last year, people started going back to books again. Book Talk definitely brought that back up into relevance, but people started buying books again and kept being promoted, and it's definitely gone better than it was before.
Okay. Very good. I know one thing, just in light when COVID happened and the pandemic and things shut down, one thing I was sad about was my local library not being available. And my goodness, the moment they said, all right, we're going to figure out something for you all to get books, I was so, so happy to just get back to, like you said, the actual holding the book and finding out, what was new, what was released during this time that I wasn't able to, be a part of everything. That is great. I would imagine with you starting at about 13, there were some people who wanted to give their opinion or give their advice. If you could share with us, what was the best advice that you received? And then what was the worst advice? Kind of like, you have no idea what you're talking about kind of advice.
Um, so my mom was definitely my main supporter in the best advice category. I brought the idea to her and she always knew my love of books. And then she actually gave me the idea, well, why don't you start your own business? And so I was like, well, yeah. And then she helped me pursue the idea and helped me she actually picked the name Castle Books. And she helped me kind of through the journey as like my number one supporter. And after a while, I took over as my responsibility, of course. But she was definitely just like, you have a dream, go for it. And then people who were supporting me just told me what a good job I was doing. And that was definitely a good motivation. And they gave me advice along the way too. For bad advice, though, I would definitely go with my dad. He was kind of saying what you were earlier. Since I was like young, he thought, well, why waste all this energy on a business? Why don't you just go get a job? But I think I've proved to my whole family now that I was capable of doing such a thing. So.
Great. That is great. So you mentioned in the beginning, or from the beginning, your mom was there as a support and really just, I would imagine, helped you along, help to take care of some things while you were learning how to do things within the business. Uh, to date, what would you say has been your biggest business challenge?
I would definitely say, especially at my age with school and extracurriculars and having a social life, is not getting burnt out.
Mhm.
I definitely experienced that the past summer. I found that I was doing more stuff with my time and I could drive and I could go places. And Etsy didn't seem like a big part of my life. And I definitely took a break from that. But then my mom actually encouraged me to go explore that again. So this past year I reopened it and everything is back up and moving again.
Okay, very good. It's really great that you have that support to encourage you, keep moving forward, don't give up. For there may be some teenpreneurs that are listening that maybe don't have that type of support at home. What would you recommend to them, for them to just keep going, get motivated? Like, what can they do so they can stay in this business world?
So definitely self-ambition and finding something that motivates you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have something that you love and you hold dear and that it's going to keep pushing you forward, hold that close and build off of that, or
Mm-hmm.
find a community that's going to raise you up and just find the good people in life or the good things that are going to help you keep moving forward and not hold you back.
Mm, that is good. Yes. Do you have a favorite genre of books?
I would say YA fantasy is definitely my favorite.
Okay. All right. And do you have any thoughts of writing your own book?
I have experienced that idea. I started writing a book last year and I'm still in the process of kind of I have a draft, but I'm in the process of dusting it off, redoing it. It definitely takes a lot of book, and that helped me kind of appreciate all the work the authors do and all these kinds of books out there with the storylines. And it really just opened up my eyes to the creativity these people really have and the power they have with their minds to create such a world just using their words and their imagination.
Mm, great. We will definitely be keeping our ears open and alert, waiting to hear when you say, all right, book is finished, it's being launched and published. So we can be right there to support you. Thank you so much, Corey. This has been so great. Was there anything that we did not talk about that you would like for our audience to know?
Just that out there in the world, there's going to be your niche of people, and there's going to be people who your market is going to be focused on. And if it doesn't appeal to the people around you or your community or even your hometown or your city, there's going to be people in the world who are going to appreciate what you do. So never be discouraged with people's opinions because the only person that's going to motivate you at the end of the day is yourself. So just hold yourself to a standard and keep moving because it's all going to work out in the end.
That is great. Thank you so much for sharing that. And for our community that wants to know more about you, that wants to keep up with whatever you're doing with business or whatever books you're reading or writing, where can they find you or how can they connect with you?
So I do have an email. I used to have an Instagram account, which was kind of my blog, but unfortunately I had to shut that down. Some burnout issues, but I'm working on that, getting back up. If they want to reach out to me though, my email is castlebooks22 at gmail.com. So just castlebooks22 at gmail.com.
Okay. All right, great. Well, for those that weren't able to write that down, no worries. We will have that right down below so you can click on it and have an opportunity to connect with Corey. Well, thank you again for spending time with us, sharing your business with us, sharing the many words of encouragement for other teen entrepreneurs that are out there to do their thing and keep going. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Well, that is all we have for today. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day, whatever time of the day it is that you're listening to us. And before we go, as I always share at the end of each podcast, remember everything in creation was created with a gift inside of it, and that includes you. So go out and share your gift with the world. See you next time.